I'm Meg Atterbury from Fox in the Forest, and welcome to your 2-minute tour of the Toroweap Overlook in the Grand Canyon. In this video, you'll get an insider look at what it takes to reach the Toroweap Overlook, as well as what to expect at the Tuweep Campground. The Toroweap Overlook is a unique nook on the north rim of the Grand Canyon, and it is only accessible by 4x4 vehicle. We were here in mid-October with our then 3-month-old daughter. First, you'll need a permit to access the Toroweap Overlook. You can opt to grab a day-use permit, not recommended for photographers or those who don't have a side-by-side, or snag a permit to camp at the Tuweep Campground. Permits can be competitive, but it was pretty quiet when we were there. You can find permit info in the show notes down below. I recommend spending at least one night here, preferably 2. It's a long drive for a simple day trip, not to mention if you want to see the overlook for sunrise or sunset, the gates are closed, which isn't ideal for photographers. You'll need a 4x4 vehicle to reach the overlook and campground. Our stock 4Runner with all-terrain tires made the journey no problem, but that's the minimum setup you're going to want for this adventure. Come prepared because a tow out here is going to cost you a minimum of $1,500. Since we were traveling with our 3-month-old, we brought a truck repair kit, 4 extra days of water, 3 extra days of food, a small pharmacy of infant medication, tweezers, there are cactus everywhere, and our Garmin InReach. Reaching the Toroweap Overlook is a bit of an adventure. The easiest way to get to Toroweap is via the Sunshine Route. See the show notes for directions. This road is completely impassable when it's wet or snowy, so pay attention to the weather. The entire journey takes between 1.5 to 3 hours, depending on road conditions and how comfortable you are driving over washboard. The last 3 miles of this road are very, very rugged and require some careful 4x4 driving to not bottom out. Eventually, you'll reach a ranger station where you'll check in with the ranger, and there are signs to the campground, which is really lovely. It's nestled in some cliffs with beautiful views all around. The camping is tent only, and there are bathrooms, but no potable water. Shade can be a little tough to come by, so choose an area with some bigger juniper trees. The cliff sites reflect the heat, which might not be ideal depending on when you go. We had a blast camping here with our daughter, however, she was not a fan of the bumpy 4x4 road. We ended up holding her in our arms for the last 3 miles since she was getting rattled pretty hard in the car seat. If you do decide to take a baby out here, just know it's a pretty big risk. We are well versed in fixing vehicles and have ample experience in remote areas of the desert, and even we were a little nervous. The Toroweap Overlook puts you right at the edge of the lower layers of the Grand Canyon. It's nearly a 1,000-foot drop to the river, and I'm a climber and don't get vertigo from heights very often, but this drop was butt-puckering. There are no guardrails or fencing. I found this area to be particularly hard to photograph. It may have been because I was also managing an infant, but I found the morning to be a little less challenging than the evening. The best time to go to Toroweap is in the fall. Usually it's a little less windy and a bit drier. Mid-October to mid-November is an excellent time to be here. Be sure to check out the show notes down below for a complete guide to Toroweap, as well as important safety information. If you like this video, take the subscribe button on an adventure with you, and for more amazing secluded adventures in the Grand Canyon, check out my blog, foxintheforest.net. Because that's the milestones we care about as parents. Where's the most epic place we can nap?